Thank you for taking the time to visit Rochester Heating and Air here on YouTube. The purpose of Rochester Heating and Air videos are intended for licensed HVAC professionals. The content of these videos could be hazardous to the untrained person. For the homeowners taking the time to view these videos, they are intended to educate the homeowner only. They are only to demonstrate to the homeowner what to look for in proper service procedure and proper installation practices. Please do not attempt any of these HVAC procedures conducted on these videos at home. Failure to comply with this disclaimer puts the homeowner and their family at risk of serious injury or worse. Call a licensed HVAC professional. We are very happy that you took the time to visit us here on YouTube. We would be proud to help you with all of your HVAC needs, whether it be a service call to get your equipment up and running again or an installation of new equipment. We are here to serve you. If you are in Louisville, Kentucky, or the surrounding areas, please give Rochester Heating and Air a call at 502-643-0220 or email us at www.rochesterheatingandair.com. Please stay tuned for the upcoming video.
Good morning, y'all. It's Saturday morning, Fern Creek, Kentucky, August the 11th. And it's a beautiful, beautiful day. I think it's only supposed to hit about 84, 85 today here in Kentucky, which is wonderful weather for August. But today we've got Miss Lori coming back out again, and we're going to shoot a few more technical videos. That's Lori Hensley right here on YouTube. She's new to YouTube, and I'm hoping y'all might throw her a little bit of support her way. Each and every one of us know how it was when we first started out. Lori, she's a wonderful lady, and last week we shot brazing 101 with Lori, and I was just amazed at how fast she took to brazing. I couldn't believe it. I've actually trained people out in the field that took weeks to, just to even get the premise of it, but she took it to it like wildfire. I couldn't believe it. But anyway, she enjoys this so much. Like I said, she's in the industry and has been for quite some time. But she's on the other side of it. She's into the sales side of it. And actually years ago, how she got involved was, like I said, her father owned his own company. But she was mainly, on the inside in the office side of it. But I remember she said that one time her father actually got to take her out, and she actually got to go out on a condenser fan motor changeout. And she said she really, really enjoyed that with her father, and it brings fond memories to her. So I thought, that would make a good video. So what we're going to do here is I've got a condenser fan, an ancient condenser fan motor, and we're going to just show her a few little technical tips, and maybe even actually get her to remove the fan blade and the whole 9 yards. So she's on her way over, so I hope y'all stay tuned, and appreciate y'all so much for watching. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Here comes Miss Lori in her hot rod BMW. All right. That's a fine looking automobile. What's up, girl? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing fine, doing fine. Heck, let's get after it. I figured Sarge would be in the window to greet you.
I know. Where is he?
He just took off. Probably in there eating some Booker's tidbits.
Booker's choice tidbits. Aren't you cute?
Go to your place, buddy.
Does your dog drag it somewhere?
Oh no, he's right there.
Oh, he don't want to take a chance.
Oh, he's back before he done hit that one.
Now my little one, I have to put him up on the bed with him, so because he's afraid the big guy's gonna get his.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, he has to hide his from
He
the
knows
big
what
dog.
he's doing.
Was that good? Huh?
Say, I would just
What?
make a pickle.
Oh, he wants
You
more.
want one more?
Hey,
You want another one, boy?
he's getting love handles.
You want one more? Do you know how to give me, can you give me your paw?
No?
Yeah, he can do it.
Can you give me a paw?
Oh, good boy. I like you. How are you? There you go.
Go to your place, boy.
Good boy.
Okay, Lori, see, we're going to teach you how to test a fan motor out, a condenser fan motor out electrically.
Awesome.
So, but one of the first things you want to do here is you want to get over here and look and see what you got. A lot of times this might be wore off, but you know, you're going to want to get your model number so you can call your parts distributor and tell them what you got. It's a 1/4 horsepower motor, 60 hertz, RPM is 1000, so I'd say a 1070 is basically what they sell now. What is it, 850? So the 1070 would work on this one. This is like ancient. It actually, you should have like it'll say like an ambient temperature on there also. You know, it's usually like most of them I've seen are like 60 Celsius. It could vary, but like a 60 Celsius converts to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. So basically, what you want, this motor can't get over 140 degrees or it'll, you know, start messing it up internally. And basically a little test you could actually perform on that too is actually, like, say the outside ambient temperature was 100 degrees, say, and so you can actually add, like, I believe it's like 15 to 30 to that, and that would give you 130. So if the motor is rated at 140, which is the 60 degrees Celsius, that should be okay. But they do make like a master heat motor now that actually, I believe it goes up to like 150 degrees or something. Oh, wow. So that might be a good thing to replace if you actually lived in a really hot climate. But you can actually take your tester here and actually you know, shine it on it, and it'll tell you what temperature it is. So, you know, if they're starting to get really hot, man, that's another indicator that you know, she's getting ready to go out or so. But okay, let's what we're going to do now is we're going to test it electrically. So what you want to do is grab your meter there and turn it to ohms. That's the alpha symbol on there, that little horseshoe looking one.
Oh, right.
Yeah, just roll it on
here?
around. Yes,
Okay.
Keep going. That's your voltage.
Oh, the horseshoe. Okay, I got you.
Your omega sign.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're in ohms.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is I've got you a pin here, and what we're going to do here is I made up this little chart for you. And what we want to do is we know common to run equals our lowest resistance. Common to start equals our medium resistance. And by adding these two resistances together, they should equal start to run, which is your highest resistance. But we don't know what's what here. So what you want to do is get your probes here.
Okay.
And go ahead and pick any wire you want, and we're going to test all three, and we're going to try to figure out what.
Okay, so first I'll go. Now black is what, common?
Well, we don't know. That's what
we don't know.
Yeah, that's what.
Does it matter which lead I put on there? Okay.
Not at all.
Okay, so we'll go. Get it where it connects a little better. Okay, and then we'll try black and the red.
Okay, our black and our red. What does that say?
8.2.
8.2. Okay, so write down here. Take your pen and write down black and red equals 8.2 ohms over here.
So black and red, and that is 8.3.
Okay. Now test another one. You could just leave your black on and go to like black to brown.
Oh, neat. Okay.
And black to brown is what?
So now it's 53.5.
53.5. Okay. So you're gonna
black and brown.
Absolutely.
And then that's 58.3.
58.3 or 50.
5. I'm sorry.
53.5.
53.5. I'm dyslexic too. 53.5. Okay.
Okay. Now, what else? What do you have left over to test? You went black and red.
I would go red and brown.
There you go. Red and brown. Okay.
So we'll do, and then that equals 45.3.
Okay. Perfect.
So that would be brown. And red. And that equals 40. Oh, it keeps bouncing back and forth.
That 45.3 is fine.
Okay, 45.3.
Okay, so we've got 45.3. Now what we got to do is, being we have all these measurements that you made, now we should be able to determine what's what. What's our common, what's our run, and what's our start. So if we go by this here, common to run is our lowest resistance. So the first one we're going to do is common to run. So
would that be the black and red?
Black and red. Okay, yes. So what we're wanting to do too is determine what our common is also. So out of these three here we're looking at, it's looking like the red is popping up in both of them with the lower resistance.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go ahead and do our first one, and we'll just call it red to black.
Okay. Red to black, okay.
And that's giving us 8.3. And we've got our, what's our next lowest resistance?
That would be the brown and the red.
Okay, so this is popping up twice here, so and it's actually in the lower range. So that's basically telling me, it's telling me something. It's going to tell you something here in a minute too. So go ahead and take your red to brown equals the 45.3.
Okay.
Okay, and now what's left over?
The 58.5, which is the black and the brown.
Yes, the black and the brown. Okay, so let's say brown to black. I believe it was 53.3.
Yes, 50. Or is 53.5?
Yes, 53. 0.3.
0.3.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it could have been 5, but yeah. I mean, if you're out just a slight amount, you're fine.
Okay.
So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to add these up. 8.3 plus 45.3 equals
53.6.
Okay.
Right.
So I mean, we're right there in the ballpark, so we know what's going on. Now, what this is telling me here is this red is popping up in two different ones with the lowest ohms. So this is telling me this red is actually common.
Okay.
So you can write it like a little parentheses, common.
And then under that
one. And we know that common to run is going to be our lowest resistance. So under this one, this is going to be what?
The run.
That's going to be your run. Okay, your run winding. Okay, and we know now that red is common, so we can, and what's the next one?
That would be the start then.
Right.
Right?
Right, so you'd have common. Go ahead and do your parentheses, common.
And then start.
Start.
Neat.
And we know start to run. Okay, so we know this is a start. Our brown is our start, so we've got start to run.
Yeah. Neat.
So now we've determined what the windings are, and we've actually added everything up, and it's pretty daggone close. I mean, we're like within 0.2 or something like that.
Yeah.
So actually, this is basically what it looks like. Okay, y'all. Lori did a fantastic job on ohming her condenser fan motor out here. I believe her dad'd be really proud of her. Okay, so what we've done, we made her up a little drawing here, and what she's going to do is she's going to actually show us what's going on here. What we got, Lori?
Okay. What we've done after we figured out, what color wire actually is the common, the run, and the start. Okay. After we've done that, we've come up. We go to the motor, and we've actually found. Okay, we take the common wire off of the motor first, and that is our red wire. We've determined that the red wires are common,
yes,
so we take that off of our fan and we run it to the hot side of the single pole contactor, which is T1. And then after we do that, we've determined that the brown wires are start. So we take the brown wire from the motor and we run that to the fan on the dual capacitor. Okay, so once we've done that, that's got our start wire hooked up, and then we'll take the run wire, which is the last wire left. It's the black. We've determined the black is our run. We take that wire off the motor and we run that over to the common side of the dual capacitor, And then we take the common wire off there and we run it to the T2 connection on our single pole contactor, and then that completes a circuit. So once that's done and the unit goes to engage and the contactor pulls in, then the fan comes on and we've completed our circuit.
And that's fantastic, man. That's fantastic. Okay, well, you've got that now. You wanna try pulling one?
Yes.
Pulling the fan?
Yes.
Okay. Lori, I think you did a wonderful job on ohming the condenser fan out. I actually picked this up a long time ago. It's Fastco Facts. It's time-saving motor replacement tips. There's actually a number on here you can call, and I'm sure they'd be glad to ship you out one. But I'm sure where you work at, you can probably get all kinds of good stuff. Yeah. But it just goes into power supplies, motor types, motor frames, motor bearings, which I think is what's wrong with this one, thermal protectors, lubrication, the capacitors. It really goes into great detail. Temperature, wiring, rotation reverse, yada yada yada. It's some really great literature. This is an ancient fan, and this actually, most of the fans we deal with, like on my American Standard, the fan actually sits down and it's actually screwed to the top of the unit. Here, I can show it to you over here. So it actually screws right to the top of the unit, and the hub is on the bottom and the fan's coming up. But we've got I believe it's a 1987 or 85 model. I actually talked to Emerson, and they said, this motor here is out of commission. Oh, so yeah. You'd have to cross over to it. Mm-hmm. But we're going to actually get you to, if you want to, we'll actually teach you how to take one of these fan blades off. And with this here, I don't know if you can see right here, but we actually have like Allen heads in here. Yes. Most of the new motors, well, I guess most all of the new motors have a set screw, one of those little set. I'm sure you're familiar with that. So basically, you just loosen that up, and then you squirt down the shaft here with some lubricant and sand it up real good. It's going to be kind of hard for us to get on here and sand it with our emery cloth. So what we're going to do actually is we're going to take some of this new fluid film stuff that my buddy Steve sent me, and we're going to shoot it up in here and watch this stuff work. Watch it just start bubbling.
Look at it right away. Caramelizing.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah. Like caramel apples. So we'll let that sit on there just for a minute, and we'll get you set up here. Okay, y'all, first things first, we would probably try to take these T-handles here, and we'd actually try to take those Allen keys out, or the Allen screws out. But I can tell you right now, this thing's over 25 years old. Those things are seized. So what you're going to do is just basically tear up your T-handles. Right. So what we have to do is we have to back up and punt. But, on newer models and stuff like that, newer motors and stuff like that, you can actually, there's another little trick. There's a flat spot on this shaft here, and you can actually get in here, put your crescent wrench on that flat spot, and then basically spin your fan off and get your fan to pop off. But I can guarantee that ain't going to happen. Right. So, and plus, the thing is, whoever set the motor on, or whoever set the fan blade on here, I don't know if it, I'm sure it was OEM, it's too close. So I like to put my fan blade up at least a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch. You want to be close to it, but I want to have enough to where I can actually fit this dude in there and actually get it off. Right. If I'm the one coming back to change it. And I try to shoot like a little lubricant on it too. So what we've discovered here was this fan, you said it passed electrically, and
it did not pass mechanically.
And the reason why is you can see this. Look at that plate in that.
Yeah.
So it's gone. The bearings are gone. It's shot. So what we're going to do is we're going to teach Lori how to pull this thing. So basically, what I've got here, I suggest everybody get some of these. I've got an Allen key set, and it's a socket set. So what we'll do is we'll actually take, and so we can get on it, we'll actually take, let's see, I don't know what, I think it's this one. Let's see. I can't even read that. What's that say, Lori?
Let's see, that is a 5/32.
Okay, 5/32. I believe that's what it is. So what we'll do is we'll make sure it fits. So let's get it in here and make sure it's fit snug. Okay, so she's in there good and snug.
Sweet, yeah.
Okay, but you don't want to get your hands in there. So what we're going to do is actually, I have extensions. So what I'll do is I'll grab one of my extensions, we'll put it on here. I actually went out to Harbor Freight and I bought a bunch of these. In certain circumstances, I have to have a long extension to basically, if I went to change that compressor, I don't want to crawl down in the unit, and on American Standard there's no access like you do have on Ream or Rudd or some carriers and stuff like
Arco Air.
that. Okay, Arco Air. Okay, but there's no access on the American Standard. But with this, I can actually get down there and I can take the bolts out of the compressor. And what I do love about American Standard, it's actually got a roto lock on it, so I can actually take my crescent wrench and I can break the compressor free. Nice. And then I've actually got another little tool where I can actually get down there and grab the compressor and bring it out safely without tearing my back up.
Yeah, and that helps because you work by yourself.
By myself, yes, ma'am. I'm a one-man show.
Yes, which is awesome.
Thank you. Eventually, I want to get bigger, but anyway, so what we're going to do here is, okay, you've got your extension with your, what'd you say, 5/32 on it?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take your impact gun.
Okay.
And I believe I packed one of these too. Let's see here.
Chuck?
Yeah, I've got a adapter to go from the drill to what size is that? 3/8? I think it's 3/8.
I can't see.
Whatever.
I think it is 3/8.
Okay, so it just goes right in here, and then you just snap this dude right in here like so, and you're ready to rock. I hope I got that on film. Okay, so now what you want to do, Lori, is you want to get in here. Well, let's get you set up first. Go ahead and put your safety gloves on. They fit?
Yep.
They too little, too big?
No,
Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay, they're yours. I had to cut the sides out of them. Can't get my hands in them. Okay, so what we're going to do now, Lori, is you're going to take your impact gun, and we're going to see if we can. She's got all her gear on.
Yep.
We're going to see if we can get in here on this Allen, and you want to put her in reverse. That would be this way here. Well, forwards this way, see, and reverse is this way.
Oh, okay.
So we're good to go.
So we're in reverse.
So let me get hold of this blade real good so it don't get you. And we'll see if we can get it out with that. Now maybe it'll come, maybe it won't. Okay, are you in reverse? Yep, you're in reverse. Okay,
Not doing anything.
Yeah, she is in there. She
Yeah.
sees. Okay, guys. Well, we always have to have a backup plan here. So what we're going to do now, 9 times out of 10, this thing will work. But we always have a contingency plan. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to pop this dude off here. We're going to get in here, and I pack all this stuff, my puller, I've got things to pull the fan with, and all kinds of stuff, and I always pack my socket. So what we're going to do is we're going to... Oh, thank you. And we're going to take, and we're going to put our socket on here, and go ahead and put that on there. Okay, make sure she's in the... in the position to remove it.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's locked in there. So what we're going to do, Lori, is we've got a cheater bar here.
Ah.
And this is going to act as a fulcrum. And I bet money you're going to be strong enough to do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide this on there. Make sure that is in that set screw good. Now grab hold of it right here, and I'll hold the fan for you. Okay. And just bring her on up. Bring her on. There you go, girl.
Oh, cool.
Okay, now you can take your cheater off.
Okay.
And you can actually take it out with your ratchet, or you can put it right back on the drill again. Let's put it on the drill, make it a lot easier, a lot simpler. But let's go ahead and pop your other one too. There's 2 of them in here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get on that. See, look, you had to manhandle that thing, or woman handle it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get your cheater bar on here to act as a fulcrum. Make sure you're on that thing good. Now push in on that. Okay, now go ahead and pop it. All right.
Sweet.
All right, so you're good to go. Good and loosen it just a hair. So what we'll do now is we're going to go ahead and make it easier on us.
Uh-oh, I can't get that off.
That's okay. You just pop this dude loose like that.
There you go.
Put that back where it belongs. Go ahead and put this back onto our adapter and have at it.
Okay. Now, and keep it in reverse.
In a reverse position. Yes, ma'am. And get on that square. Okay. Back on it. There you go. Okay, now grab it.
Ooh, sweet.
See how easy that was? There you go. Now put that in somewhere in a safe position.
Ah, my finger's caught.
That's okay.
With the glove, okay.
Okay, let me have that, and we'll hold
it.
that. But more than likely, not, this is going to be done. We're going to replace this whole thing. for the simple fact, look, the blade is broke. But
Oh, yes.
But we've got a tip on that too. So, all right, let's go ahead and get your other one out. It's right here.
There it is.
Make sure you're squarely on it.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Perfect. And I don't have it out here, but I've got like a little magnet tray. I keep all my bolts and screws and whatnot in. That way, when I'm putting everything back together, I haven't lost it.
Right.
So we're good to go on that. Now we're going to break out the puller. This is actually most of the fans you got out on the market today are going to be similar to mine, where you can actually take this puller here and you'll lock it onto the hub and you'll be able to pull it. With this one, we can't do that.
Right.
So we're going to have to break out these dudes, and I'll show you how to pull the fan with this puller.
Okay.
So let's get everything put away here, what we don't need, and then we'll get at it. You did a fantastic job on removing the set screws. You used your big cheater bar here, this big old 1-inch piece of black iron with bell reducer, 1 inch to 3/4, slides over just about anything. Another little tip here, usually when we're using this specific remover, 99% of the time when I'm doing it, I'm on top of a hub, and I can actually take those little Allen screws that come with it and tighten it up as it goes. You just go around it and you put these dudes on there, and you tighten them up as you go. You tighten this one a little, you tighten this one a little, you tighten this one a little, so on and so on. The key thing to this is to get this punch piece here centered, as close to center as you can. So I've got another little tip for you. Basically what we'll do is we'll take like a cold chisel here, and we'll try to get as close to center as I possibly can. So and then that way that thing should go into it. So what I'll do is I'll take my chisel here and I'll try to get close to it, and we'll take our big old hammer here and we'll drive it down. Okay, that ought to give us something to work with there, guys. I know it's not dead freaking center, but it is what it is. And like I said, this is an ancient motor here. 99% of the time, if I came to this, man, everything's getting chucked. Especially with the fan blade tore up.
Yeah.
The whole damn thing's gone. So what I do is basically take those numbers off of it. I'd give you a call, get you to match me up and cross-reference the motor for me.
Right.
And then there's another tip about the fan that we're going to share with everybody too. So, all right, y'all, we're actually going to get this thing set up here, and we're actually going to have to use these doodads here to actually hook around the fan itself and pull it. So it's going to take us a minute. We're going to get everything set up, and then we'll show Lori pulling it. All right, bear with us. Okay, y'all, we've got our ultimate puller hooked up here. We've got these the fan dudes on here to actually pull the fan with, and I'm going to hold this for Lori, and she's got her impact gun ready, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to pull this rusty, nasty old thing off. So have at it when you're ready, Lori. All right, girl.
Sweet.
You are the man, or the girl. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Is that not something? Man, you did a fantastic job on that.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to give some tips. This is junk. This is gone.
Yeah.
Look at that. This is through. But you've ohmed this thing out, and it passed electrically, but now we know it failed mechanically.
Yes.
So this is done. Okay, but what we need to do is I'm going to give you a phone call, and I'm going to give you the numbers off this. You're going to replace this motor for me. Plus my fan is fried. So let's get everything loose here, and we'll give you another tip on this. Hey, Lori, you did such a fantastic job ohming that motor out and testing it and pulling the fan blade. I thought it was fantastic. Couldn't have done any better myself. But I'm going to let you take over here. This is your department, so have at it.
Okay. So once we've already determined that the motor was electrical, it was fine, but then mechanically it's not. Okay. So the first thing when Fritz comes in to see me, the first thing I would do is look to see if I have the OEM motor or if I can get my hands on it. But with the age of this one, it's kind of doubtful. So what we would have to do is then go ahead and replace it with a universal motor. So once we got that, okay, we have to then look at our fan blade. Okay, sometimes it can even have a hairline crack in it. You do not want to go ahead and put that back on the motor because it's going to end up throwing it out of balance, and it's going to end up taking the motor out.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you want to go ahead, check your fan blade out, and you can very well see this one's got a very big crack in it. Okay, so but even a hairline crack, if you put a new motor on it and it's going operating the way it should, it'll split it.
Gotcha.
So you got to be careful. Okay, and then also the size of this is going to come into play. So that's where we're going to actually measure this. Okay, so what we want to do, we go to the edge of the blade. Okay, and then we go to the middle of the hub, and you can see that's 10 inches. That right there tells me it's a 20-inch blade. Okay, but we can go ahead to test that theory, take it out, and you can see that that is a 20-inch blade.
All right.
Okay, so that's our first part of it.
Okay.
The next part of testing this out, or getting the correct blade, you want to check the pitch of it out.
Okay.
Okay, so therefore we're going to use our little tool here, a nice little tool. And as Fritz and I were talking about this, it's probably been 15 years since I've used this, so I didn't remember anything out of it, you know, and to me it was just a nightmare. So, but it's such a simple tool to use. And anyway, this will determine the pitch of it, and then it can also tell you if it's counterclockwise or clockwise.
Okay.
Okay, because if it comes over here to the pitch, you know it's going to be clockwise. If it goes over to this side, when we put it on here, you're going to know it's counterclockwise.
Okay.
Okay, so first thing we do, we take this end piece of it and we put that in the middle of the hub. Okay.
Okay.
You want to hold it down. Actually, we're going to go ahead and do this on the part of the blade that's not cracked, because that's not going to give us a true pitch.
Okay.
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 So let's go ahead and hold it there. We've already got this touching the metal, so you want to bring this down to where both sides of this are touching the metal.
Okay, you're kind of on that rivet just a hair. Okay.
Okay, so there we go.
Let me pull
Okay.
forward just a hair. There we go. Right there.
Right there. Okay, so now we got both sides touching.
Okay, cool.
Okay, you can come up, and that's actually about a 28-inch pitch, isn't it?
There's
It's not really on 30.
It's past it just a hair, Lori.
Okay.
It's like 32.
32.
Yeah, 32.
Yeah, there we go. 32. I'm looking.
I need my glasses too.
Me too. Yeah, we're both at that age.
Yeah.
There's no help in that one.
But
okay,
that's
so
perfect,
anyway,
Lori.
yeah, that's about a 32-inch pitch, okay?
Okay.
So now we've determined the pitch of the blade, okay? So there's a couple more important things. Say you didn't, if you're out on the job and you want to kind of figure out if it's clockwise or counterclockwise,
Okay.
the best way to tell that is what side of the blade's touching, okay?
Okay.
So this, and it's the left-hand side of the blade touching this one and touching the table, so therefore we know that this is clockwise.
Clockwise. Okay.
Okay,
Fantastic
this is going
tip.
clockwise. And it doesn't matter which side of the blade you're looking at.
Okay.
So we can turn this over. Still,
Right.
the left side of it is touching.
Absolutely.
So it tells you it's clockwise.
Fantastic
Okay.
tip. But you can't really do your pitch gauge on this side either, can
No, because of the hub. It's not
Okay.
going to give you a true pitch. You want to
Okay.
be on the flat side.
Okay.
So, and then another thing about this, okay, finding out that it's 20 inch, you do not want to go above 20 inches. You know, these were made this way for a reason, to fit that unit. And you want to go back with the same thing. You don't want to go with a larger one, okay? Because
Okay.
it's going to hit the side of the unit. Or you don't want to go back with a 3-bladed one.
Yeah.
You know, because there's been guys try that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But, you know, they're made this way for a reason.
Okay.
To operate properly.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
go back with 4 blades, same pitch, same diameter.
Good to
okay?
go. Okay, well, actually, like your little demonstration you just showed us, where it is to the left, guys, when it's facing to the left and on the table, just have the blade facing to you. Either way, it's still going to be going to the left. And this, she's actually proved it to you with her pitch gauge here, and this is clockwise.
Yes.
Now, we can prove a point because I have some extra blades here. So, let's see if I can find this one. Okay, well, actually, this one's clockwise. And like Lori was just saying, this proves the point. It's clockwise. You want to throw that gauge on it just one more time just to prove it that it's clockwise?
And I see most of the time, you can see on this one, some of the labels still exist, but it's still kind of wore. This also right now tells us it's clockwise, but most of the time, the majority of the time, you're
It's
not going to
gone.
see this.
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay, you're just going to see a white little label.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
again, okay, we would take the end of this, put it in the middle there, okay? Hold it securely with your thumb.
Okay, and you're touching
Okay, and
this metal?
Yeah, this is touching.
I like these raised ones, yeah.
Yeah, makes it a lot nicer. Okay, so then you want to bring this to where it's touching, both of them are touching, okay?
Okay, and she's just proven that point, that it is clockwise. And what do we have there, Lori? I can't
20
remember.
inch.
We got a 20 degree pitch, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we're good to go on that. Now let's just prove it again, because I do actually have a counterclockwise. And like she was just saying, what do you got here, Lori?
Yeah, so you can see that this blade, this side of it is actually touching the table. The right-hand side is touching the table, okay? So that's telling me this is a counterclockwise.
Absolutely. And like she just said, 99% of the time you come on them, you ain't going to have no sticker.
Nope, label's gone.
Okay, you want to throw that gauge on it one more time and see what this one is?
See what this one is, okay? So again, we'll go in the middle of the hub, okay? Secure it with my thumb. Then we want to make sure both sides of this little tool are touching, okay? So on this one, we see that it is probably about a 28-inch pitch.
Okay.
It's not quite on the 30.
Okay.
It's 28. And also, again, this is telling me that it's counterclockwise.
Okay, so you just proved your point. With
Yes.
this blade facing down like this to the right, you have to have that blade facing you. It's counterclockwise.
Absolutely.
Lori, you did an incredible job today. It was such fun having you back out again. I can't wait to do it again. So you're welcome anytime you want to come out. I'm hoping you're going to want to shoot some more.
Oh, definitely. Thank you.
Okay, y'all. I appreciate y'all watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.